What is up, guys? Florida Pie Gaming here, and today we're gonna be back in our Arkham Asylum project. This is gonna be part 2. Um, I did a little bit of work off camera. I'll run through that with you guys in a moment. We're still gonna be working on the intake ward today. So the intake ward probably gonna be a couple part series, or this whole thing's a series, but it's probably gonna be a couple parts that are gonna be going towards just developing the intake ward. So I ended up changing the floor because I don't believe that I did this on camera. I do not remember. So I ended up changing up the floor. We come over here. I'll show you where I was working just off camera. I added a little sign up here so that way y'all could see, where you're going. Over here is the processing room. I didn't do too much in here today, so we're going to be working on this today. This room. And a little bit over here, I'll go into what the next room is going to be shortly. But we're going to focus on this one room at a time. This room here is just holding cells. So this whole room here, the processing room, is going to be similar and very much like the police booking room at a police station, something like that. So first thing I think we need to do is create some seating. Do 2 on 2 like that. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this. So we'll do some here and then more here. Perfect. Now I just need a sign. Oh. Alright, let's go with a darker one because I feel like that'll match pretty good. Don't need a bed right now, so I can clear it. Close. Close. No, I don't want anything on it. And then close. More signs. Wait. Oh. I don't think I can. No, I can't. Alright. We'll have to do it like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is just do, let's see, how do I want to do this? Because that's gonna be like the overflow, people that are waiting to get processed. Okay, I think the next best step over here is gonna be creating a desk. Where is... I'm going to use, mangrove. Let's see, I've never used this wood. I want to see if it's going to be... I wouldn't use that for this. Let's stick to a dark wood though. Like this one, dark oak. I'm going to use dark oak for this. So, need a desk like that. And then we need to grab some concrete here. Black. What is that? Oh, that's probably for the ghast. Okay. Black carpet, terracotta, concrete. And I already have white concrete, so this works. What we're gonna do here is just the standard mugshot board. You come and you get your picture taken. And we're gonna do yellow concrete. Yellow, where you at? There we are. Don't need the blacks, we'll replace that. Perfect. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out over here and we're going to do a camera as best as we can because I'm not using any mods or anything like that. Actually, I guess I do need the black concrete. Oh, that's black concrete powder. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. And then I need an item frame. I think a regular item frame will do just fine. And I need to find something that I can use as a camera. We're gonna go to, let's see, colored blocks. Anything in here I could use? Probably, it'd be more for like a TV, I think, if I used the paned glass. Not food and drinks, ingredients. Let's see, any good ingredients? What is that? I wonder what the trial keys are for. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Okay, so that's ingredients. What's that? Breeze rod. Okay. Building. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm just going to use, um, we're going to use black stained glass. See how this looks. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll find a new one. Where's my, perfect. Apply that. Item frame. Perfect. And then just for some functionality, going to put a lever on it. Perfect. Next, what we gotta do is, first thing I actually want to do before I start on a desk is give a little bit of detail into this room. So we're gonna add some lines so that you know where to cross and where to not cross, and where to line up, all that jazz. Okay. Now that that is set, I'm going to make a little lineup right over here. Perfect. And then that way you come up and you talk to people here and you get yourself processed. So we need the quartz. Because I'm gonna do, actually, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a different design for a computer. Because normally I use the stair, but I feel like being a tad bit more creative. We're gonna have a couple computers. So we're gonna do one here, and then we're going to get an item frame. Perfect. And then, okay, we'll just put it there. I'm also going to go to colored blocks. We're going to use a, what's that, glass pane. See how glass looks? I might change that. Oh, not what I wanted. Glass pane. No, glass pane's not going to work. Let's try one of you. How about gray? Gray works. Perfect. Now they got the computers covered. What else can we do in here? Because I feel like this room is not quite done yet. Okay, we need to add seating for this. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, I need actual thing. We'll use oak because it stands out against the dark oak that we used for that. Perfect. And then I also, no, I'll add that later. I'm thinking of probably doing some sort of alarm throughout the facility. Like, actually, we can do that now. So to do that, we're just going to place, I'll do a couple in here, and then I'm just going to finish that off camera. We'll do another one here for good measure, and then we need redstone. Perfect. That way it looks like it's glowing. How would that look? No, we're gonna do it like that. And I might even add a painting or two just to give this room. Yeah, we're gonna add a painting. Let's see, what do we got? Let's see if we could do a couple. 2x2. Let's try that. This should. Oh yeah, this fits the vibe. Probably also going to do an art room somewhere in this facility. I think that was the same one. So let's try this one now. Perfect. Alright, this room is done. So we're going to step in here and I'm going to explain this room. So this room right here is going to be security. So we've already got security and everything all set up in here. And then the next room over, which is mainly what we're going to be working on today, is going to be the evidence room. And I'm actually going to make that an underground component as well, so it's going to kind of merge into the sub-basement, which will be another part in the series. First things first though, we have to come up here and fill this in. Perfect. Alright, so this hall fully lit up. Wonderful. Now I'm going to... Let's see, how do I want to play this? Okay, I'm gonna first lay out the evidence room so we have a understanding of what this room's going to look like. That seems to be the best bet. So, you know, you're gonna be able to see from there. Probably add some more windows through here. Do a little clerk's office. And then I think that's gonna be it. We can go one more with it. Perfect. I'm happy with that room outline. Okay. What we're gonna do now is set out the floor here. And we're gonna get started on the evidence room. I do want to warn you all, this video is probably going to be on the longer side, just like part 1, because I do build quite a lot. It's not going to be horribly long. Like part 1 was only about 30 minutes, I do believe. So I do want to try and keep it around the same if I can. I might even stream this. But I'm not going to be streaming that tonight. That will come later. Probably tomorrow, because as soon as I'm done this video, I will be taking off. Okay. Why can't... Oh, there's redstone there, that's why. I was trying to rig it up so that the door would open by a lever in the security booth, but I guess I forgot how redstone works and I couldn't get that sorted, so that button now just opens by a button. Do I want to use the prismarine or whatever it was that was in there? Actually, yeah. We're gonna use... We're gonna swap out the floor. And we're gonna go for the prismarine. I'm gonna find it. What did I use? Right here. Dark prismarine. That is precisely what was used. I believe this is what was used, but I just want to confirm. Oh, it wasn't, was it? I do believe this is, yeah, okay, that's not the right one. So, I gotta fix that. Probably could use this somewhere else in Arkham, but not today. I want to keep it similar looking. So I gotta get rid of that and figure out what it was that I used over there. Oh, I think it was copper. Yep, oxidized copper, that's what we used. Perfect. And we're just going to do a little hallway up here. And the door is probably going to be about here. And we're going to come in here, put the floor in, and get started on the evidence room. I'm really excited to see how this room specifically is going to turn out, because I got some pretty cool stuff in mind for it. Like, it's not going to be just this one simple room. There's going to be like a downstairs to it, because it's an evidence room in Arkham, so of course it's going to need a lot of storage space, and it's going to be a lot of crazy stuff in the evidence room, especially considering when you look at who is housed here. So we'll try to do some Easter eggs in the evidence room later on. Like maybe some gear from like Joker or something. I'm not too sure. Ooh, I bet you it'd be cool if we could like build his Joker teeth. Like the ones he had going around in the Arkham games. Do like a giant Joker tooth thing. A giant set of Joker teeth. That'd be fun. Perfect. Perfect. Now that the room is set, we can bring in our iron door. Perfect. And then this, I do want to start switching to the glass pane. So we're going to start switching here, because it doesn't need to be as secure as the intake does. Well, it does, but it doesn't. And it just looks better. Perfect. And then we'll do the same on this side. One moment, guys. Just need to grab some water. Perfect. Nice and hydrated. So I can continue on. Just give me another second here. Alright. You just had to check something. It's all good. This is how I do it. Okay, so it was up to that. And then it's gonna be there it is. Thought I lost it for a minute. Okay. Now we just need to build this up. Oh, did not want to do that. Wanted to get rid of that. Okay. So the ceiling is the last part we're gonna do. So now we can focus on the fun part of this room. So I'm gonna start off. Let me just see what we're at. Yeah, I get plenty of room. Okay. Actually, to give a little bit more for the clerk, I think if I go, let me just see something. Just little experiment here. Yep, still got plenty for evidence, and just also remembering that we're gonna be going down for some of the heavier stuff that's gonna be in the facility. Alright, let's take care of that. And it's gonna be there's gonna be two booths here. You go talk to the person you need to talk to and get your stuff booked by the evidence technicians. Perfect. And we're gonna put the door right here. Button. There's the stone button, and we're gonna get rid of the stairs because we will need them, but we don't necessarily need them right this very moment, because at the moment we're just trying to get this sorted, but we will use the stairs to enhance this room. Alright. Oh, I actually do need the stairs back right now. I'm actually going to use birch, because we're going to make a desk. I'm going to use birch again for this, that, and that. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to put the computer here and here. I need item frame. Oh, perfect. Okay, got that sorted. What we're gonna do now is make some shelves. We're gonna make some for, let's see, have one shelf here for a chest of 2. And we're gonna get some smaller ones. Oh, that's not what I want. Perfect. So we have that, and then I'm also gonna get some birch slab for this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Perfect. And then I'm going to dig out a little staircase right here, and I need barrel. And then we will stick the rest in a barrel stack. Let's see, actually I don't have, okay. Alright, and then grab the slab, and then I'm just going to build it up. Alright, and then we'll do we'll do 2 barrels. Actually, like a stack of a couple barrels right here. Okay. And then I gotta see if that's even gonna be plausible to do the door right here. Because it might not be, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, very. We'll just have to put the thing on that side. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to use... Is there copper stairs? Perfect. Oxidized copper, we're going to use that for stairs. Actually, I just saw something. I did cut copper. I'll have to use that for something in here, because I got some ideas. So I know the door, we're gonna make it a single stair. Going to make it gray as well. And we'll keep it white for simplicity, but down there we will make it perfect. I need night vision. Which one of you is the 8? Perfect. I'll need that, but I can real quick put that back. Perfect. Okay. Let's go a little bit lower. Like by 2. Perfect. And then from there, I'm going to add that, and it's going to be gray. All down the stair. gonna get some frog light in here so that we can see what we're doing. Just here for now. Oh, I can't put it on that side. So just one at the base, and we'll do one right here. Frog light and frog light. Perfect. Alright. Continue down here. I didn't know minerals were spawning in this world. That is cool. Okay. Once we sort out this wall, we can start on the actual construction of the underground portion of the evidence room. Right here is where we want to start that. So let me just make sure everything else is clear. Not too worried about that, but I do want to clean that up a bit. So let me get my copper. Oxidized cut copper is what we'll use. I'm going to replace the barrel because we'll just grab it later. To create a hallway this way. Get rid of all of the dirt traces in here so it just all looks concrete. That's our goal for this. Perfect. Seal that in there. Awesome. Let's get some light going up in here. So we're going to use side lighting this time to be a bit different. And then we're going to start that up. And then it's going to be the same on this side because we have to, of course, fix the wall on this side, and it is set. Okay. Now I'm gonna open this up, and we're gonna make a big room in here for the storage of the items. Oh, there's diamonds. I thought you had to dig like crazy to go find them. I think you just found emerald. Yep. Oh, I found a bunch of diamonds, but being creative and diamonds don't much matter. Which diamonds are there here? There is quite a lot. Alright. So we now have Yeah, but if we, okay. I'm just gonna do it this way, so the door's gonna be the other way. Perfect. Hit that there. And then we're going to do another like that. And then another button. And this time we can get rid of the chest. Why did I spawn a button on the door? Perfect. Now eventually, as this project goes on, I'm probably going to expand on the evidence room, give it more sub-levels, especially because this whole building is going to have lots of sub-levels to it. Lots of stuff happening in the underground, and for those of you who are just tuning in on this project on part 2 instead of part 1, if you haven't watched part 1, I would go ahead and watch it. But I explained in there that we were starting this project, we were starting it from the basement, where we'll do the sub-level, or we'll do the sub-basement, and then we'll do the main levels after. Okay, so I need my night vision again. What can I get rid of now? Pane glass. Perfect. Okay. Actually, I'm wondering, instead of using concrete, I'm gonna see if we have something that I can use. Probably gonna use some cobblestone brick, or some bricks and some stone brick, and we'll throw in some mossy as well, because I don't want it to be tough brick. Well, that could be useful for the actual Arkham build itself when we get to the main floor. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna get started. Gonna alternate. So what I'm first gonna do is start it with all stone bricks. And then I'm going to slowly put more detail in the bricks with the cracked ones and the mossed ones. Perfect. Just one more wall, and I'm going to add all the detail to it. Of course, we'll need to do the ceiling. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add an additional stairwell, because there's going to be more added. I'm just not doing that at the very moment, so I'm going to add a door just so I know where to add more in the future, because that's going to be when I decide to expand the room here. So now we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle in some damage here and there, and then I'm gonna do like a whole moss block, and then we'll do a little bit more cracked over here. Perfect. That way it gives off the old kind of vibe. We'll do the gray concrete again. Where is it at? Light gray. Oh, what the hell? I got things all over the place. Alright. Alright, next step, we just need to do the ceiling, and we're going to light it up, and then we're going to furnace it, and then we're basically set, and I'll have to check the time. I'll see if we got time for anything else, but I imagine we're likely just going to have time to finish up the evidence room here. It's going to be a very cramped room. And it's kind of meant to be like that. How I thought I was finished the concrete for a minute. Looks like I have to do a little bit more here, so we're gonna get that taken care of. Okay, so that is all said and done. We're gonna go ahead and get the lights in here, and then we're going to get the shelves. And my current plan for this is do more shelves, and down here in this room we're gonna do like the advanced storage, or like the max evidence storage. So that's gonna be where we're gonna have like lots of Easter eggs for like each villain's gear and whatnot. If you guys have any suggestions for what you want to see in the Arkham Asylum, in the intake wing, or just anywhere else in the facility when we get to that, let me know. I also want to hear from you what you would suggest I put in the evidence room, especially the deeper parts of it. I would love to hear from you guys on your thoughts on that. So we're going to start by placing some dividers in here, and just like that. We're gonna go barrel now. Perfect. Oh, perfect. They didn't trigger it that time. Or that time. Perfect. And then for that, we're gonna do a button. So what I'm thinking is, in the next episode, that is where we're gonna touch up on this side of it. I'm gonna make it really big, because that's where I want to put all the cool stuff. Now it's time to start the light. Actually, I'm just gonna do, if I just do one light like that, how wide is that? 3. And another 1, 2, 3. That should be plenty of light for this build or room. Need my frog light again. What is that? Oh. Oh, frog. Frog spawn. That's cool. Okay. I accidentally did too much light here. That's okay. Okay. So, let me just check our time. 44 minutes. Okay, this one was a bit of a longer episode, so I am going to end it off here. In the next episode, we're going to go ahead and finish the evidence room. I'm going to, like I said, add the extra layers to it. We're going to start on the lower level of the evidence room, and we're also going to try and finish the intake ward, or put as much work into it as we possibly can. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm probably going to do a little bit of extra decorating to make it look all nice the next time I record it. That being said, I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.